Because if having sex with men wins a war, ours wouldn't have been 20 years. That's you know true. What I'm saying? Like,
you're hyper intelligent for such a small human.
I'm a goddamn war hero.
You type into Google veteran with, and it just types in assigned donkey.
Raise your hand if the VFWs help you. No hands are up. Yeah.
And now I look to you, oh brother, look somewhere else.
Do not follow me, for I am blind.
We just cooked me that hard. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna get cooked one of these days. I don't even have to do it.
People always go, will you do a backflip? I'm like,
it's better than having to tell a donkey story.
I will give you that.
Sorry, my wife is texting me about the Boston trial. Does anybody know about that?
It's probably a trial in Boston.
The Karen Page thing?
No.
Cop was like found dead and frozen and stuff, and they're all being Boston people, burning evidence, changing out carpet and shit, and they're all like, yeah, we were down at the waterfall having a few pops. And she's like, who do you think did it? And I was like, she did it. Like, it's the most she did it. She fucking killed that guy.
Is your wife from there?
No, it's just, every year I've noticed there's like a court TV thing that happens, and it kind of teaches women better ways to get away with murder.
I thought about doing a whole show from a lawyer perspective on that stuff. It's just a matter of time.
Just do it.
How to get away with murder?
You should just do it and then just bank them. Because this thing's been going on for this is the second trial. I
just wait years for shit to happen.
Yeah, because you don't want to be the guy who's like, OJ was innocent, you know?
Look at the glove.
Yeah.
It didn't fit. Women's love for true crime needs to be studied.
Dude, it's the ones that become pen pals and then marry serial killers that are in prison.
Well, that's just hot.
Yeah, if you think about it. You really get...
Are there any lady serial... There's the one lady serial killer.
Charlize Theron, when she played Monster.
Yeah, the monster girl.
They tried to make her an ugly trucker lady, but they still couldn't
that ain't happening.
They still couldn't nerf her. They're like...
Yeah, you can't nerf that.
We brought you down to a soft 8.
Well, we gave you some up teeth.
Well, isn't it because women do crimes of passion and men... are more psychopathy.
It's like the idea
stuff.
that when dad leaves the family, he just leaves, and when mom leaves the family, she takes the kids with her in the tub.
That's some Shutter Island
It's
stuff.
like some true shit.
Just starting off on a very dark note.
Very grim.
What are you doing, man?
Dude, I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
I'm tanking this episode, bro.
Oh, it's all right.
Hello. Welcome to Man vs. Morning, and wow, are we glad you're here. Today, I am joined by my lovely co-hosts, Nolan the Sandalorian, Tack the Tactician, and our special guest, Veteran with a Sign. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great. I'm excited to be here.
Thanks for wearing the glasses. Genuinely. Because otherwise, I don't know. I don't know if it would...
Yeah, hey, man, you're welcome for my service. Yeah. I gotta keep this motherfucker straight, dude. I don't got a weird belt buckle, so I can just flash on dudes all the time.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's a Rakusan.
It's a weird
Soldiers
PTSD
are so
thing.
fucking boring, dude.
Rakusan.
Fight.
I don't even know what Rakusans means.
Nobody does.
There's 5 words you can say, I can say that, or going to ranger school doesn't make you a ranger.
Yeah, that's true.
See, and either people are like, yeah, that's cool, or I'll see you outside. They get really emotionally invested into it.
Rakusan was just a misspelling of Recancinance.
Recancinance, that's my favorite.
I thought they were trying to spell Kansas and got lost.
My favorite thing is all my buddies that I was in that unit with, we all laugh about having to Google how to spell it properly. You know what I mean? It's 15 years and
I never have to because I can just look at the sign right there.
It's always behind us.
I don't know if the sign's right. I think it's right.
Yeah, we just triple checked it.
I couldn't have done that.
That's some Haji's.
I couldn't have done that.
So who knows?
What made the sign?
I didn't spell it. I was just thinking if I would have got it.
No,
I
you got that gig?
No, I pass. Soft pass. I'm not gonna do it.
Soft pass on that gig. We're not taking that up.
No, dude, I'm excited to be here. It's been a fun week in Texas.
Yeah. What were you with your good friend yesterday?
Yeah, tell us about your night.
Yeah, tell us about what happened yesterday.
I don't think he's recording this. So me and my good friend Austin.
We're going with Austin.
Yeah, we're going with Austin now.
You might know him as Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Yeah.
I'm not jealous about this at all.
He's the guy that makes those songs, right?
Yeah.
Best friends with Zach.
Yeah, he made a song called White Michael Jordan or something. I know a lot about him. That's a basketball reference. Right. So,
you seem like more of a golfer.
Yeah, it's
true.
Yeah, you seem like more of a pickleball enthusiast. Yeah. See, look, I nailed it. Yeah. You want to pickle later?
Is it the height of the shorts?
There's a lot. Mainly the shoes. The shoes. I'm so confused by your outfits, but that's all right.
Zach is going in on him.
No, I'm not going in on him. It's just
outfits.
like everywhere I go around here, I'm just like navigating from one air conditioned spot to the other.
Yes.
And you're all like
you
very
should.
casual with like a sweater, shorts, and like I couldn't do that. The way you're moving impresses me. I just couldn't do it.
I appreciate it. It's white boy clean.
It's white. It is.
It's white boy clean.
But yeah, me and Austin.
Yeah, tell us.
You couldn't pay me enough money to call him that. No, so yeah, like if you're like call, I was like Mr. Malone's, Dr. Malone,
Professor?
So we went to the concert in the Alamo Dome, and Jelly Roll opened for him, and it was sick. And
Nice.
like I have no references like when we go there, so they're like, oh, you're going to like these floor seats, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. And we go down there, and then like it's not just a floor seats; it was like a raised area that was like boxed off for us.
Okay.
And we were so close that you could feel the heat from the pyrotechnics.
That's pretty cool.
And it,
Did you feel the heat from his sultry voice?
yeah, dude.
Always.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not like, ooh, I get it, dude. He's such a babe. But then he did a 2-hour set. That's highly unusual, actually.
It's a long set.
Yeah, most people do like 90 minutes max. And that's he had not just like an opener, but like a really big opener, Jelly Roll, who's like he said he
He is really big.
not anymore. He's lost a ton of weight. Actually.
Yes,
Good for
absolutely.
him. That's
He's
awesome.
lost like 100 or something pounds.
Hell
Yeah, no, dude, he's
Yeah.
he's like a Nashville like legend actually. Cause like he used to just make like SoundCloud rap, and at one point he made a song about Waffle House and filmed a music video there, I believe.
Yep.
And then Waffle House was like, please stop. And then like he popped during COVID.
What
big
a
time.
legend, dude.
Yeah. He's for real. And yeah, we did all that, and the show was awesome. And then we got to hang out with him a little bit afterwards after the show, and we were just like in the parking lot, just like hanging out, kicking it with
Kicking
Post.
it.
Yeah.
Nice.
We did a prom photo.
You were kicking it post
I
with
love,
post, dude.
I
Cody
love every
posted
time
it,
you
yeah.
guys are around him. It's like the stacked prom photo.
It was really cool. All right. Yeah, all right. I'll say I hate the way I'm talking right now.
I led you into it.
You did,
I
you did.
apologize.
It's okay,
That's
it's
all
okay.
me.
No, it's okay,
That's
it's
all
okay.
me.
I need you to loosen up. Are you
Because
nervous?
yesterday
my
when we
wife
were-
is gonna be like,
yesterday when we were filming Let Him Cook,
Yeah.
you just kept doing that as a joke.
yeah, it was a big.
It was a joke.
because they know him.
But
Cody
now I
and-
walked you into that.
Yeah.
So now, I apologize.
Cody and
for
Brandon
that.
like really know him. They like talk like on a regular basis.
Right.
And so like, I'll tell the story. Like one time, Cody and him were FaceTiming, and then he's like, "Who's that?" And like he FaceTimed me, and I was like, "Dude, my family's not gonna believe this. My daughter's blah blah blah." And he's like, "What are your daughter's names?" And I told him, and he's like, "Get your phone out." And I filmed him like giving a shout out to my
Nice.
kids.
That's awesome.
That's really nice.
So like we go see him and we meet up afterwards and stuff. And I was like, "Hey, my name's Zach." He goes, "I know who you are. You're a veteran with a sign." And I was like, "Bruh."
He's like,
Cody
watch your
told me to
podcast,
Yeah,
dude.
who cares? That's what I got, But we were like literally just he was roping. He was practicing roping like a bull.
Yeah.
In the parking lot. So I was like watching him do it. I was like,
Did you just have like an assistant running through the parking
Would
lot?
you like to try?
no. Dude. I mean, I literally. So I found out a little bit from him about it, and he was doing reverse Hondo. I didn't know that. Do you know about this?
There's different types of throws.
Yeah, he was
there's
telling
the
me all
hula
about it.
hand, there's the reverse Hondo. I don't know them, but I just heard of them.
So apparently, if you've roped an animal before, it becomes aware of it, and you have to like trick it the next time. And so that's why you do like the reverse throw.
Got it.
That's what he was telling me. So like,
Yeah.
I got it. I just start throwing stuff around the set.
Start breaking the set.
But yeah, we like roped stuff, and we all just like hung out. It's
Fun.
very very surreal. Like I'm just I'm just a guy from West Tennessee who's, I don't.
Yeah.
Every day is like, if I close my eyes too long, I'm gonna wake up and I'm just gonna be looking at like PowerPoint and listening to boomers talk about healthcare
Selling
again.
insurance.
Yeah, selling insurance.
This
a slow
timeshare
death.
could be yours.
I mean,
This timeshare could be yours.
I mean, because I've only been doing this like 5 years, realistically, and I was in the Marines and stuff, like a real hero, and
All right. He's from West Texas, though, or Tennessee.
West Tennessee, yeah. That's why I'm cool.
What's with you and hating on everywhere that's not Virginia?
No,
Who's holding down for
No, I love
Virginia?
Tennessee.
He is.
I love Tennessee.
He's been
It's my
holding down
preferred
for
state.
Virginia for this is like the third episode.
I love Tennessee. It's my preferred state.
Mm-hmm.
But the comment section agreed with me on an episode when I said that West Tennessee was kind of gross.
That's why I
The
don't
comment
live, I
section
don't
was like,
live
right,
there. I said I'm
exactly.
from there.
Right,
Like,
exactly. He's from there, and he was like, I don't know.
No, I was like, I'll go to Afghanistan. It's way better. Like, I'm out.
See?
I'm out.
See?
Which
where-
sucks too, because like it's the birthplace of rock and roll. There's Sun Studios there, you know, Elvis and everything.
Yeah,
it's just a
Memphis.
highly corrupt place, like at the highest levels.
Really?
Nick even did a video about it, and he like called me about the pyramid stuff. Like when they built the pyramid, it was notoriously like packed full of like fraud, corruption. Like how much does light switch cost? Like $5. Sounds like $25. Like a lot of stuff like that.
Really? It's like that.
Plumbing busted all the time. There was one time like a real poop tornado incident, and he like breaks down the lore of it a lot better. But yeah, it was just like
Yeah.
the whole town is like that.
See, Jake just thinks I'm being like negative. I'm just like driving like negative like hate comments, but like no, it's kind of it's a,
No,
It's kind of like that.
Could you
Kinda
describe
like
West
that
Tennessee
sometimes.
as a poop tornado?
yes, I can't stress enough. I don't live there. Like I'm from there, and like
What made you want to live in West Tennessee?
birth. And then I enlisted and joined the Marines. Went off to Afghanistan twice, and you know that was. I wouldn't get into it. That was, you know, it was fun. I wanted to be in war. I wanted to serve my country, and you know, I got all of that. But my first daughter was born 2 days before my first deployment.
oh, that's rough.
Yeah, and then I didn't call home for like 90 days when the mission launched. Yeah, so it was
You're like old like me. When
a
was
rough
your
start.
when was your first deployment?
2008 in Garden.
Oh yeah, so you were like before you had like internet. You had to go to like an MWR somewhere, like
brother.
in a tent, and like wait for a global phone and
Yeah, dude. Dude, I was back when the GWatt was hot and coin was
Yeah.
cool. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Yeah,
dude?
coin was cool.
Yeah, dude, like
I don't know. We're gonna try this new strategy that's never been tried before.
yeah, hearts and minds.
Hold it down for 20 years.
Dude, and it was
Build an entire nation.
Don't worry. It'll be great.
well, and so there was just like these moments where like I was fulfilled in like my role and like you know, because especially when you're in combat arms, like you want to deploy, you want to do the work,
Yeah.
and if you don't do it, it's like what did I do all this for? But like I was fulfilled, but like being there thinking about like the impact it would have on my family, my wife, and like the chaplain. So if anyone doesn't know, a chaplain's like a religious official.
Yeah.
And he came around, he had this program where he would read books and he would record them and then send them home.
Oh, that's cool.
And I read like 3 books, and like right after he did that, I was like choked up and I was like, is that all my kid will have?
Yeah.
Like
Like
me-
I'm gonna go out on
I'm-
mission tomorrow, and like my kid will just have this memory. So just have this like random video of me reading books to them.
Yeah.
They're like, I wonder what my dad was like. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad he was in a mud hut in in the middle of nowhere reading books to me. I can hold
Think
on to
about
that.
that, whether my kids will watch videos like this after I'm dead, because this is a medium that we didn't have.
Yeah.
It's very true.
They'll be like,
Before.
who was my dad?
True.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that just yesterday, and it got me all kind of
Great.
not choked up.
Makes
but
you wanna
just
be a better person real
existential.
fast.
Yeah, that's what I. That's what I was
Because
getting at.
they're not all home runs, right?
Right.
There's a few of them where you're like, do you use your wife's name? I don't want to say if you
Yeah,
do.
Wendy. Yeah.
Okay, so like you don't want to have Wendy being like, that's not really him. That's pretending. He's pretending. It's just you. You
Sure.
know? Yeah.
The Corridor Digital Studio used to be on this street that would flood during heavy rain. And I'm talking about flood, not just a lot of rain. I'm talking about it was so bad that one time we decided to take an air raft and blow it up and see if we could get down the street during a heavy rain on the air raft.
Sounds kinda
And so the video ends with me like it's got like this death montage where I'm falling in the water and I've got my shirt off and I'm in Street Juice LA water.
Oh my God.
And I was thinking
how much
about
typhus is
what if
in
my
there?
It's just
what if my
needles
kids see
floating.
that when I'm
Yeah. That's what he chose to do instead of stay here with us.
Have you guys ever had it where you like release a video or a piece of content, and your wife's like, I don't like that.
I do.
She just gives you
It's-
the like, I'm not proud of you for that one. And
I
it's like,
do. It's funny because we could talk about it. It happened on my first tour. I very now famously, I hate that I said that, but it's just the reality of it.
because you hang out with.
No. On my first tour to Afghanistan, I saw 2 guys, like
The donkey
stories when it happened.
Right.
And about a year ago, I was talking to Nick, and he was like,
Yeah, good. Good.
"Want to come on Unsub?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I've got a story that I think will do good on Unsub." And he goes, I tell stories. I tell history."
You were like, no, not the same.
And I was like, and I was like, all right, I'll tell the story. And so now it like haunts my wife because
Follows him around everywhere.
because it's gone from the video. So if you search veteran with a sign, I know this because we did it on Unsub yesterday. Eli pulled it up. It was veteran with a sign, VFW donkey story, and like the top 3 things. And so
Clip of just that moment in your life.
yeah, and
Frozen in time.
she's like, find other stories, and then I'm like, oh, it's okay, it's just on Unsub, nobody will see it. Blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Nobody will see it.
Jump cut, Atlanta, Boston, Buffalo, and I'm like, oh, well, it's also on Pepperbox. I filmed the whole thing, and she's like, are you kidding? I'm like, yeah, they're talking about doing it again too. Like,
you type into Google veteran with, and it just
Yeah.
types in assigned donkey.
yeah,
If you could go back in time to that moment, sitting on that mountain watching them, would you like watch it through an LRAS? I haven't actually heard the story. We don't have to get into it, but
no, we were just on post, so we had taken over just a building. We cut holes in there for. So we're trying to like just interdict movement, right?
Yeah.
And so they were moving a lot at night because it's so hot, much like the weather here. And
How dare you?
it's you guys are just abused. Like everyone's like, it's nice. It was 90 when I got in the car last night at 5 o'clock.
Every day, I'm like, this is the hottest state I've ever lived in, and every single person down here goes, "Oh, just wait."
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not a good pitch. Like,
We're in May. It's not even June yet. But
Yeah.
we're trying to filter people out at this point.
yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
There's a real war of attrition that's happening with the weather, but global warming isn't real. But here's the thing.
It's pretty true.
It's
the
I don't know.
HVAC down here goes hard.
I don't know enough about it, but we were just trying to stop them from moving at night. We put flyers out in the country that can't read. You know, we told them
In English.
yeah, not their language, a language they can't read it. They're like, that's crazy, man.
Look at these pictures that say we're not allowed to drive motorcycles anymore. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, they had no clue, and so these 2 guys came out and they stopped in front of our building, and they literally just f***ed this donkey
Was it like directly in front of you?
directly in front.
Oh, so you didn't
directly
even
in front of us.
all of this kind of stuff I've seen like that was through like LRASs or like raid cameras where like they were kind of off at
Yeah.
a distance or like in their little compound where they thought we didn't have a camera looking at them.
Can I ask an honest question?
Yeah.
What's with the goat asses? Is it for the same reason?
I would bet if I was a
Yeah.
betting man.
We this was like a whole thing we
The
got
goat.
into.
You talking about the clip where the guy's like, check this goat out.
Yeah.
He lifts up
Yeah.
the cheeks.
We had to Google him the
so
Afghan
I didn't know that. Everyone said,
booty goats, dude.
"Oh, they got goats over there."
BBGs.
You know?
Yeah.
And I just assumed that they were normal-looking goats.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just figured this out
Yeah.
recently that the goats seem to be selectively bred
Yeah.
for the weight of the junk in the trunk.
Certain traits. Is that
Yeah.
what you're saying? Yeah.
They got that Nicki Minaj goat over there.
It's bizarre to say the least. And then you pair that with all the stories.
That's actually where you buy them. Is at a bazaar. Yeah. Like,
You pair that with all the stories about things like that.
Oh, it's an everyday occurrence.
and then it's hard to not just put it together in their head and go, why are they breeding them like that though?
Assumptions can be made.
yeah.
It was very confusing for me.
It's confusing because it's really breaking a wall you didn't want to break.
Right.
Because you're like, there's no way. Why do they all have fat asses? Like, why do all of the goats
That ain't natural.
have
That ain't
Oregon
natural.
Trail
Chase-
dragging wagon asses? Like,
you gotta put up a picture of what we're talking about.
hey, Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah,
Put the fat ass goats right here.
Let me see that go.
because it's
Damn, dude.
You see that go?
If you've
Yeah.
never seen it before, like you think we're making it up, and
yeah.
like it's
Right.
like
No.
Yeah,
it's
for
a
real.
it's a thing.
Well, that's how I
It's
felt
they
about
have,
the
like, a
donkey
human
story.
ass on the back of a goat.
I was like, there will be a disproportionate amount of people who are like, that's made up.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you
I
were
was
watching
completely
it-
wrong. I was
When you were
completely
watching this go down, were you like, there's no way.
Have you?
There's no way I'm watching this.
I don't know.
I mean, I realized we weren't going to be able to teach them how to vote. Yeah, like that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, there's no way.
Democracy wasn't going to go well there.
Guys, where I come from, we don't do that, and we vote on a tie colors.
Dude, I was in a like a pre-deployment thing where they have like the cultural sensitivity, like the ex-translator that comes in,
yeah.
and he was giving this whole speech about how like boys over there just express like friendship by holding hands with each other.
Yes.
I got thrown out of the meeting by my sergeant major because I kept asking. I was like, well, can you define friendship? I was like, if they're holding hands walking down the street with each other, do they also have sex with each other? Because that's not what that's not what I define as friendship.
Yeah.
Asking some hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, and my sergeant major came over and was like, get out.
Go.
Fine, I didn't want to be in here anyways.
Tackett, you piece of shit. We hate you.
I had gotten into my hat box tequila.
I'll tell
before
you
that
what,
meeting.
man. In 2009, no, this was before that. It was probably 2004. right when stuff was kicking off
Yeah.
there, first couple of years, had a buddy that went over there, came back, told us a story how they watched some of this type of thing go down on thermals. We all, first of all, we were just, no way.
It's a big no way.
He goes, no, everybody knows about it.
Yep.
And I go, that had to have been an isolated incident.
Why isn't CNN talking
No.
about this?
And then the more that I got around
indeed.
vets who were over there, the more that I saw that that was a story that everybody was familiar with. As in, it wasn't uncommon
No.
by any means.
No.
No.
They'd go on mission,
Why?
and you would set your, like, you know, you go do like a recon mission and take an Afghan platoon with you, and there was always someone that just pointed thermals over at the Afghan platoon because like we were gonna get something on video.
Yeah.
Like guaranteed.
Yeah, those-
You'd sneak in for you'd spend a 12-hour through night, like, you know, 4,000 kilometer movement. It was just like
LPOP, yeah.
and then they would build a bonfire and each other and smoke weed. Hell yeah, guys!
It's
thanks.
such a dirty culture.
So much effort.
But the thing about it that's unique is
Sounds like they're just building bonds.
yeah.
Sounds like
weird
the
as-
Greek warriors.
It's what
of
friends
Mesopotamia.
do. Dude, that's fake. That is fake.
Oh, you don't believe the Greeks had sex
Not
with
for
each
a
other?
second. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you. They say the Greeks, they would all each
Dude,
other,
please
everything
explain.
else,
Yeah.
because they literally have sex with each other to become strong, right? I'm convinced it's all a gay psyop that was started by the guy from
gays?
Thermopylae. Because think about it, the 300 that go to battle at the gates of Thermopylae.
They're trying to get the Persians to have sex with each other.
No.
Oh.
They sent back the only guy who could read. And what could be more gay in Spartan culture than knowing how to read?
What are you reading a book?
Spartacus, tell us how King Leonidas lived, how the 300 were so brave. Well, first things first, we all got so hard, and then we each other really good, and it made us strong. What? That doesn't sound like the king. Are you questioning the great King Leonidas? It's just a psyop. One guy could read, and he just started finessing everyone else after that.
I mean,
all it is.
if you think about it, that's really everything.
And here's how I know that's a psyop. Because if having sex with men wins a war, ours wouldn't have been 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's true.
It would have been over in like 20 minutes.
Once
okay?
you're over there interacting with the culture enough, it starts rubbing off on you. You know what I mean?
You're like
Marines would have had
Somebody
that done in
starts
20
rubbing
minutes.
off on you.
Yeah,
You're like Leo in Body of Lies.
I do have a question. This is my favorite question to ask any
Go ahead.
Marine. What is your favorite flavor of crayon?
I f***ing hate that question.
Yeah, I bet you
I
do.
don't even
Answer. You have one.
I'm probably
So
red.
unimaginative.
Red and blood. Here's the thing. This is definitely going to be on Pepperbox. This won't be in the
I know,
YouTube edit.
there's so much of these
This will
episodes
be,
that don't
yeah.
make it.
After shows on the Pep Box.
Well, no, it's just a nice way for people to casually call Marines retarded, and I don't endorse that because it can't be like, "What's up, soldier? You retarded? Give the Marine crayons." That being said, the most notable thing about me is a story about two guys fighting a donkey, so I can't really argue much. Can't really like fight the good fight.
You're kind of stuck between two worlds
The
there.
duality of man, as they say.
It is truly. So,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
so, sir.
Yes.
Zachariah.
Yes, sir.
Zacharias.
Yes.
Oh, are we putting his name out there like that?
Yeah, no, it's
It's
not.
already out. It's
Gross.
already
I
out
thought we
there.
were just gonna go with vet for the whole thing.
No, that
Twitter.
ship sailed
Vet
with
with Sig.
That ship sailed with the VFW doxing me.
Hell yeah,
dude.
dog.
Yeah.
What inspired you to hold up a legendary
Your
sign?
first cardboard sign.
Yeah.
The first sign. So
What started this
That's
empire?
interesting. What was on the first sign?
I remember because I've thought about this recently because it's been 5 years and I've been doing like a reevaluation, like what works, what doesn't work, what are my
I've
goals.
had choices.
Yeah. Like it's just like this. A lot of this stuff is so like freeform. You've got to build in your own structure, right? Yeah. Otherwise, like you can get distracted by low hanging fruit. This is just my opinion.
Yeah.
But I did another deployment after the one in 08, and that one was really hard, like gnarly hard. We lost a lot of guys. It was to a town called Marja, and there's like
Oh, shit.
Yeah. We did the insert. You know the speech where the guy's like
Yeah, dude.
John Glenn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like see my ugly ass.
I didn't know
head
you were on
and
that
what-
deployment.
Yeah, like I'm there. Like I'm literally there. And every year I post it, there's like thousands of people like, I remember brother 4672 War Dogs. I'm like, shut the f up, nerd. You weren't there. That was like, I know all 200 people there.
I posted that. on
Yeah. yeah.
They have the War Dog belt buckle.
I
in their
really
party.
posted it.
Yeah. Well, it's just weird because like this goes into it a little bit, but that whole day I started getting nervous because the whole day they had speeches like from General,
Nope.
Colonel, and I was
Nope.
like, we are
We're
so
f-
we are so
They bring out the morale speeches.
They were not morale. Like we had steak and lobster. Like
steak and lobster, and you get a couple speeches, and you're like, dude.
If you see a bunch of boomers with a lot of weight on the collar, dude, time to call home and make plans.
I've seen a couple posts like on Twitter, and it's like, why are they feeding us so good right now? It's like going to war, boys.
You get the steak and lobster meal.
Yeah. No, it's
I'm
not
glad
good.
my cows don't ever ask that.
Why are we eating so good?
Why are we eating so good?
Tom will tell, Bessie. But
Hitting them with a carrot.
But yeah, I did that, and my youngest daughter was born a month and a half into that tour, and I was just like,
Oh, nice. You missed both.
I did.
Awesome. Gotta love
Honestly, it's a pretty good system. She gives birth. I come back 7 months later. They're trained and everything. Like it's not.
The baby clock's over.
I'm just like,
They're sitting upright.
What do you complain about?
Yeah.
You have to deal with the postpartum through the phone, which is like super easy, super good.
No, dude, I was where the fight was. I didn't have it. So like, I wasn't with the army being like, "Hello, my love," you know. Like a Civil War letter would have got back faster.
You know what's funny? Contact from home,
carrier
impossible.
pigeon.
You
Yeah.
want steroids from China? Next day.
Yeah.
Well, it's right next door.
Yeah.
Next
It's
day.
right next door.
Chinese hook it up,
Yeah.
dog.
Get a little tea box and smash that shit with a hammer.
I love it, but I had to get out. There was no scenario where I wasn't doing that for like the next 20 years. And nobody really talks about it, but like you can honestly like only like do the job or operate for a very, very small amount of time. And so like I was in infantry, and like I had options to go to stay, right? So that'll give me maybe 4 more years, or I could go to like MARSOC. That'll maybe give me 6 to 8 if I'm lucky. Because then you hit ranks, and as you go up in rank, you become a fucking staff sergeant. Not a negative, but like you're just counting shit. You're counting people. You're counting things, and like you're out of the job. Like because that's what you're always trying to do. Trying to do the job. And
Can I just anecdote? Go ahead. You go first.
I was just gonna say I had a first sergeant that said that he joined the army because he thought if he worked in an office he would shoot people, and the army let him shoot people before he worked in the office.
yeah,
I was like, that's pretty fair.
I was never in, but from just hearing about it, it's grueling.
Yeah.
And that's why they need young guys to do
young
it.
malleable minds.
Yeah, 18. You know, it's not that much different though than like a tough sport like football.
I do think about it comparables to athletes. Yeah.
When you're a sprinter in track,
Yeah.
you start aging out of sprinting at 25.
for real.
Yeah, 26. Like nobody's setting world records in sprinting at 30.
Yeah.
It's all done at like 26, 27.
Military's not that different though. If you think about it, like the oldest guys you know were 35.
Yeah,
Like when you think back on it, and you were like that old crusty first sergeant that was like looked like he was 72 years old. He was 33.
He was
years
younger
old.
than me. He was younger than me. No style whatsoever, though.
No, somehow they were 20 years back in time. You had the sergeant
Yeah.
major show up in his civvies, and he was in like Jocko jeans, and you're like,
Yeah.
where did you
Brother, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you moving like this?
just get some short shorts, bro?
But I had to go, and
So because of the
well,
whole
yeah,
being
because like
away-
it's just like I literally looked at it. I had a reenlistment package. Nobody talks about this either. Like you either get asked to stay, you get asked to reenlist. Like
Yeah.
they'll be like, "Do you want to reenlist?" Or you submit a package and you hope it gets accepted to get reenlisted, right? Like you have to build.
Is that the Marines?
Yeah, man. Like they'll come like so.
Wait, are you serious?
My retention guy came to me and he's like, we have a package for you. It was like option A, B, or C. This is what we think would be good for you, or what do you think would be good for you? And that's like option D. That was like how it was presented to me.
So life is literally dog shit for the Marines, except for the reenlistment part.
Yeah,
the
'cause-
Army is like, you beg the Army to stay.
No.
And they're like, yeah, you can stay,
Some
but
of
you're
us
going
are-
to Fort Polk.
Some of us are good at our job. Some of us.
some of us are friends with Post Malone.
Yeah. I don't want to name names.
Do you
Sorry.
know any other famous people?
We're not going to do that right now. We're not going to do that right now.
So how many famous
What's
people
up, Shane? Call me.
I don't know what you're talking
Get at
about.
me.
Yo, Gilly?
That's so crazy. Check out Tires on Netflix. It's a great show. But it's just like yeah. Again, man, the Army sucks. Like they asked me to stay. Like I had options and all this stuff. I just didn't want to do it. That's just it. Like it was so hard on my wife. She would have stayed with me. That would have been great. She's fucking cool as shit. She did the hardest part, honestly. Yeah. And I decided to get out, and then I spent the next 3 years just fucking fighting tooth and nail to like try and get a job, trying to figure shit out, and I couldn't get a job anywhere. I couldn't get a job anywhere at all. And so I went to a hospital in Nashville, and I applied for a job as a medical receptionist working night shift.
Hell yeah.
And so for 3 years, it was I'll say it was Vanderbilt Children's. So for 3 years, I would work 7 to 7. This was my week. So it'd be like Monday, I would go to school like 8 to 12, and if I had labs or whatever classes, that would take me to like 1. Then I would sleep in my car in the parking lot. I would work out around 4 or 5, and then I would drive from Murfreesboro
Nashville?
to Nashville, and then I would work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Bro, that's rough.
You'd work out at 4 in the morning,
4 in the evening, like in the evening, and then
but your days were so.
the days were so fucked.
What's Murfreesboro to Nashville? Like 2.5 hours?
It's 45 minutes.
Oh.
Well, a little bit longer now, but like, cause that was the first school I got into, and then like, everyone for like the first year was convinced I was like a drug addict or like someone crazy, because literally elderly women taught me this job, and like, the money was actually really good. I was able to get some benefits, and because I needed a job, and like I was like, fuck it, dude, let's do it, and that was like probably the hardest part, like post military life. Especially around like month 6 when the VA sending me opioids, Ambien, Prozac,
Yep.
Xanax.
Yep. Oh, you have a problem? Here's a 20-ounce jug of just something. Just
Dude, I came home with like a Piggly Wiggly bag
Yeah.
my first time, and my wife was like, "What did you tell them?" I don't know. And it was just like,
you just told them the truth. You were like, my everything hurts and I don't sleep very well. And they were like, here's Oxycontin and some Ambien.
yeah,
Good luck
really.
with that.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's like, "There's an opioid epidemic." Not in my household. Yeah. Like every 30 days, it would show up in the mail, that Kentucky baby rattle. You know, just like literally. Yeah, yeah.
I've never heard that phrase.
It's the West Virginia mating call.
Yeah.
Come and get it.
Everyone's like, "We can't find them." I was like, "I can," you know. But like that messed me up, and so like,
That would mess anybody up.
apparently the pharmaceutical companies are bad.
One of the
would've thought?
main drugs that they prescribed for like PTSD was schizophrenia medicine.
Which one? Do you know? Do you remember what it's
Absolutely no
called?
idea what the name was. It was the first thing that they gave me when I went to like the mental health
Probably
program.
name 3.
Yeah, but it was like I'm not schizophrenic. I have anxiety. Like
But
I
if
don't
you
like
take
going to
these, you
Walmart.
might become
Right.
schizophrenic.
If I take these, I'll and then the government doesn't have to pay for me for another 40 years.
Well, and they do government healthcare too. So like they'll do like it's formularies, I think is the right word. So like if you need a medicine, they'll do the generic version of it.
Yeah.
And so like, but that applies to all of it. So it's not like primetime schizophrenia medicine. It's like, yeah, it's not lithium, it's lithium. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's have some lithium.
it's not lithium. It's just a thing of batteries.
It's great value.
Yeah, it's great value, and some of that works, right? You can do some of it, don't want all of it, and that was honestly like nightmare shit. Because I had this moment where I was my mother-in-law let us live in her house, and she rearranged her whole house. I didn't have any debt. I didn't have any credit, so I didn't have any debt.
Yep.
So I had to, because somehow we've been able to save money because of her, but I had to go to Best Buy, buy a TV, and then pay it off so I could get a home loan, just to like start that. And I was like, Dave Ramsey, you suck, dude. You told me to do like envelope system, but like you need credit, like you need actual credit in order to, whatever. I don't like the system.
It's
Just
the military.
spend what you have, don't spend more, the end.
You go in the military at 18, and it doesn't matter when you leave it. You leave at 18.
Yeah,
like
basically.
you learned nothing about the civilian world. You don't understand how anything in the civilian world works.
Did you feel that way?
Yeah, I felt that. Well, but it's intentional, I think, because like it's when you decide to drop your pack, that's what we would call it. When you decide to drop your pack, like you instantly get like exercised a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they reject you like a cancer. Like
Yeah.
they push you out. They don't want you to be a part because they don't want you to infect other people with these ideas that you should leave and not stay.
That you can
cut
survive
out
on
the
the
tumor.
outside.
Yeah, cut out the tumor. Because the cool part is you hang out with your friends all the time, right? It's honestly a lot like being here. Like you're with your friends doing cool stuff, shit like that.
Yeah.
But that's the lie. The lie is that you'll always be able to do that. No, all those friends leave, and then you have to hopefully find new friends, but they're not as great as the first friend. It's just a whole thing.
Yeah.
You gain rank and you end up being pretty lonely. I remember working out in the gym. I figured out what time my sergeant major liked to go to the gym during my first deployment. And it was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And so I was always like post up in the gym, like with him, like trying to like you see my face, you know what I mean? And I remember like sitting
me.
outside smoking a cigarette with him one night, and he like explained like how lonely being a sergeant major was, and like how much he regretted, like how much he missed like being in the position that I was. He gave me like a life speech on like enjoy where I was, you know. And I thought like, oh man, Like, this is literally
Is this
the
my
only
future?
moment.
Yeah.
Like, no matter, like, I'll get rank and I'll just lose everyone that I like. You know?
But yeah, because there's less and less people, and you just go higher and higher up the pole. But like, yeah, it was rough. And like when I was sitting in my mother-in-law's house, which doing homework late in the night, and I'm like, I passed on an enlistment bonus. I had a house. I had, right when I got off of active duty, like 4 months later, I picked up sergeant. So I was like an E5 in 4 years, on a 1 to 9 scale. Dude, they would have made new rank structure for me if I stuck around at that rate. Soft math, I'd be running that shit. Me and Pete be talking right now, But like,
Hey, Petey boy.
yeah.
So what was the thing that was more compelling to draw you to leave than those sort of benefits?
It's just when you have a child, everything changes, and that was ultimately it.
Dude, my
Like-
daughter said I love you to me
Yeah.
like 12 hours before I got on the plane for my second deployment.
Fuck, dude.
And it wrecked because you have that like week and a half period where
Yeah.
you have no contact. And it was just like a week and a half of being like, okay, all the humans aren't bugs. That little like living thing really likes me. I can't get hurt this deployment. Like just like all of a sudden like being a soldier like fell out of the like box. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't like 10 foot tall and bulletproof anymore. And like what the f do I do now?
You
Like,
weren't an unstoppable killing machine.
Yeah,
All of a
like,
sudden,
what do I
life
do now?
exists.
Yeah.
Life exists, dude. Like literally, my children changed my capacity for love, and because like I always think about it that movie Pleasantville. Like life was black and white,
Yeah.
and they gave it color. And but it started with my wife, and I was like, I want to be a dad, I want to be here, and I could just, I was like, dude, who cares? Like, what do they get? Like a hero dad? That's not what I want. I want to be here for them. I want to be around them, and even still, when I was in that moment, like in the house, being like, I f***ed all this up, dude. I f***ed all this up. I was like, I'm gonna figure it out, but the only way I was, and what was it was not crazy, but what I didn't know was all those feelings I had, all that hurt and all that pain, like everyone that I knew had that stuff too. And that was when my friends honestly started checking off station. And
Yeah.
it started happening, and it like the first one happened, and I don't want to go into many details. Not because I don't want to say anything, but because like I do this is my decision, that's not theirs. So like that's it. Like that's why I don't say names.
You're not gonna make a name for yourself off of their like bad decisions.
I mean, there's well, like
I'm not gonna monetize.
I don't know if
what it
like
was.
Steve, this is not someone's name, but like if Steve's family sees this, I don't know what that'll do for them, where they are when they see it, what they'll feel. I can't control that, so I'm going to control what happened. But I lost someone very dear to me, and like then they just started happening, and so
that shit will go through a platoon like cancer, dude. There's like one guy that's like he was like the life of the platoon, and he and
It's-
then it just like crescendos through the platoon.
dude, it's never pieces of shit. It f***ing sucks.
Yeah.
It's never like F- that guy. Yeah, like you're not like pump someone died, but you're not like.
No, because like the
It's like a movie. I hate to say it that way, but it's literally the main character, the hero. Everyone loves him, and like it just kept happening. And so that was when I started working with veterans. I was like, no one's helping us. I'm going to start working with veterans.
Yeah.
And so I transitioned to that. I got a fellowship from a nonprofit called The Mission Continues, where they you can come out to be like, hey, I'm Zach. I want to do this, and they'll pay for you to work 6 months at a nonprofit. And then they had like a 97% hire rate. And so I was like, cool, I'll do that. And I did that. And then I got hired by this place. I got accepted into a different school. I got a bachelor's, and they're like, hey, you can probably get a master's. And I was like, I think I can get a master's. And then I fucking applied, and I got in, and I was like, fuck, I'm getting a master's. And then I
What'd
learned,
you get a master's in?
I got an MBA. I got a master's in business administration.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
And like I was like, okay, what do I do now? And like now we're at 2016, and I'm like trying to figure it out. And in Nashville, the two biggest industries are music and healthcare. So I started working in healthcare, and I did that all the way up until COVID. This is a really long answer to your question, but like,
No, this is great. Because I don't know any of this.
you didn't know
about
this?
you. No, we've never had this conversation.
No, yeah, like it was.
Yeah.
I fucking loved business school. It was so fun because half of business is bullshit. So like it's just me being like, here's the thing, and you know what's funny too? Like I've done so many fucking case studies about Aldi in particular. That was like a big thing. And then that's the video Nick made that made him pop. Did he tell? He told you?
Yeah, he talked about it on here.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Wonder who he got the idea from.
That sounds bitter.
Nick, it sounds like you owe Zach some money.
Nick,
Yeah,
we're only bitter, Nick, because we can't do what you do, buddy.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, thank God he's on our
am.
side.
Yeah, we asked Nick, like-
thank God he's on our. Dude, I called him.
Honestly.
I called him and everyone knows this is his birthday. It was posted, and I was like, "Hey man, happy birthday! What are you doing?" Just doing FOIA requests. Like he's he's just ruining the
Dude,
ruining
he's
lives
on
of
a
Buffalo.
rampage.
It's so great.
He
It's
is
so great.
possibly my hero now.
The-
in my adult life, I think Nick might be my
I was watching their
People's
like.
champ.
hero. He really is.
I
He's
was
my
watching
champion.
the update unsubscribe where they
Yeah.
all filmed it like in their
Yeah.
own houses, and he like sits down and he's like, "Okay, if you want to talk about it," and he like has like this
He has a
massive
binder.
binder.
He ran out of printer ink.
Jesus.
Yeah, and he's a psycho.
dude.
His printer's like an industrial grade printer too. You know what's funny?
Yeah, I couldn't print fast enough, so I bought a press facility.
Yeah.
He is
Bought an
the
entire printing press.
he's the perfect
They're so cheap
example.
now.
Yeah, he's the perfect example of like never judging a book by its cover. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like because
Oh, and
he
he-
even sells himself like the fat electrician. Like he sells
loves
himself
that
like a
shit.
fat dumb redneck. But like
Yeah.
one of the smartest people I've probably ever met in my life. You know?
Yeah, he'll say that shit,
Hyper-intelligent.
but then he'll be like, "All I've ever wanted was a black Grand National," and I'm like, "Nick knows ball? What are
Yeah.
you talking about, dude?" Like, what is-
I asked him like what he listened to, and he like told me. I was like, "Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
Like we can be friends."
That's stuff like what we do.
Like, let's go ball, Nick.
Yeah,
That's why I
no.
love teasing him, because he's my favorite.
Yeah, no, he's just like he's just an incredible guy, and like it's not incredible. Buffalo public school system, you are failures, and have further proven to me why the North fucking sucks.
Dude,
so
no, just
I will
wait.
always hate the North.
Just wait, man. I was a firefighter for 5 years. The stories that when they filmed the unsub, I was sitting on the couch and I started like crying and had to like go outside. Like everything that he was talking about is not isolated to Buffalo. That is a national problem.
Dude, and Rich is a f***ing hero. Sometimes I'll call him and like we talked like when he first moved over to SVU because he was doing a bunch of other stuff.
Dude, brutal
And then he
job.
like walked me through some of it, and I was like, dude, I
Brutal job.
I love you, buddy. Like you're my fucking hero. And he does it because like no one else will do it, and so like
Yep.
it's just been incredible to see all the support and stuff that's come out of it.
He just has those. He has really solid like calluses that he's learned how to manage, and it allows him to be effective tool in that job.
And that's
in
why
that
he's so funny.
environment.
Yeah.
That's why he's so funny.
Yeah, it is why he's so funny. The amount of trauma packed into that one human being.
Yeah, but he doesn't have an MBA the way I do. So
So yeah, you
step up,
you
Rich.
kinda, you hit this.
Yeah.
You were about 3 years out. You hit kind of this low.
it was for like because I was stuck. I
Right.
was so stuck, and at the time I took the job at the Mission Continues, I had a contracting offer from.
Blackwater.
It was, but they changed their name.
Yeah,
what did they change their name to?
It's like Trident Shield or some shit like that.
Academy or Z? I can't remember which phase it was.
Oh,
but
Academy sounds. That
yeah,
sounds right. I think
and
that's
like
too.
Sounds more academic.
it sounds like you're
you
hiding
will.
from the. It sounds like you're hiding who you are. Yeah.
Blackwater was like
W
we're
was
gonna
like, oh, we
dump
gotta
you
get rid of
in
you guys.
Blackwater, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Blackwater was shady from the beginning.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, a private military
Yeah.
organization just sent in there to do things?
Hey, whoa!
fine.
Do you know why we use the private military more often than not? Do you
Less
really know
liability.
why?
Cheaper.
Less rules, stuff.
Yeah, they don't fall under the UCMJ.
No,
Yeah,
they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And there's no retirement
Who
plans
did this?
for them.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I think the biggest thing is there's no retirement plans too.
No,
It's
there is
literally
not.
Like a
We saw
financial-
you guys there. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
that is a dystopian capitalism thing.
But it's existed.
It's kinda cool.
existed since
It
like
has.
humans built
It
governments. There's always been
absolutely has.
some.
I don't mean to
the-
pin it on America like
the
we came up
Spartans?
with it.
Here's the thing: we're just the best at it. Like and it doesn't mean that it's a good thing.
We're not global tyrants, but if we were,
We're not
we'd be the
endorsing
best.
private military groups here on
am.
Man vs. Morning,
Right.
which is exclusively on Pepperbox.tv. It's not exclusively.
Yeah.
Go to Pepperbox. You're all here, nerds.
Just the first like 30 minutes of this episode is
Yeah.
exclusive to Pepperbox. Sign up, get your 14-day free trial today.
It's great.
Good job, Tack.
Hang out with the bros. I would kill to see how
Hang out with
women
Post
are on
Malone.
this platform.
It was about 5%.
5%?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that in a
what's-
million years.
What's 5%?
These are rookie numbers. We got to bump them numbers up.
to 2%?
What's 5%?
Like women versus men?
Hey, I got
Oh,
an
yeah,
exclusive
not-
show. We'll
not
talk about it
great.
later. We can bump those numbers up.
We dropped our first video on YouTube that was just the three of us, and the metrics that came back on that was 25 to 35
that was-
at 100%. I know it updated, but
Yeah.
it was a funny screenshot.
Yeah,
it was a funny
100% male and 100% 25 to 35, and I was like, "Whoa, we hit our target audience."
Yeah, the golden goose.
Yeah.
I know that it's called Man versus Morning, but let's be real. If we target women, then men will watch also.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
True.
If we get it in the hearts and minds of women.
I have a theory about that. It's kind of why skinny jeans became a thing and
Yep.
low neck V-cut shirts.
Okay.
Miss them
It's
low cut
because apparently there were women out there who were telling men that
Yes.
they found that attractive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Takes-
Yeah.
Men
it takes
yeah.
one.
If all the women said we want men to wear dresses and that's attractive to us,
Yeah.
that's
I-
all it would take.
Have you
I used
seen
to-
birds?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
I used to motivate my young soldiers for PT in the morning, because I would be like, the only thing that you're doing in your life at 19 is trying to be the most attractive you can be for a woman. The car you drive, the clothes you wear, the haircut you get, and how hard you work in the morning is all how you're gonna peacock for women. So let's go. Stop running so slow. Fatty.
So glad I definitely stopped doing all that. No, every woman in my life goes, "You're wearing that?" Yeah. Sorry.
That kind of happens.
How many camos do you need in a day? All right,
7.
dude, chill.
Calm down.
Have you had the moment where your entire closet was OD green by accident?
I literally purged
It's either
everything.
black or
this-
OD green.
I purged everything this past month because I was like, I hate you. I just literally pulled it all down.
Dude, the Tactical Bros really ruined a lot, dude.
Well, another friend of mine, Micah Mayfield. So
you guys know him.
Yeah, Micah Mayfield.
We text sometimes.
No, he said something. When
Don't
me
flex
and,
that hard.
When me and him were dressed like Nazis because Jake told us to do it on Tiny Guns 3.
I'm sorry, did you kiss Micah? Because I have.
I did not kiss him because I was dressed like a Nazi on Tiny Guns 3. And the only note from my wife, usually she's like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. But she sends me the photo of Cody, Brandon. No, it's not Cody and Brandon. It was Brandon, Nick, and Eli. They all look like total GI babes. It's one
Yeah,
you're all
yeah.
stacked on the door. Total GI babes. She's like, why didn't you post a photo like this? And I go, here's the thing.
Honey,
Here's the problem.
Out of context, it's a rough look.
Yeah.
In context, it's a rough look.
You just
In
have to
context, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
You just have to Photoshop King Trout in the background between the two of you.
Yeah.
and it's fine. You
So-
can put it on Twitter. And
So we
it's
went
good.
back and forth on that for a long time.
What?
Whether we should do a World War II bit.
Yeah.
And it just came to the point where I just thought, look,
Nazis are going to play. Now's the time. Yeah.
this is. I don't mean like that. I just. It was a good story. You have obviously the bad guy.
Yeah,
Saving Private Ryan skit.
Yeah, and so it all kind of just seemed to make sense. But when we got on set and then all the BTS cameras turned on and all the cell phones came out to take social media,
Brother.
It looks bad.
That's what
that stuff's on the floor somewhere. You need to burn that shit.
Wait, Nolan.
Do you remember when we had the conversation when we wrapped at the end? I was sweating.
So there's an exclusive on Pepperbox, which is the behind the scenes of Tiny Guns 3.
Is it really?
We've been going.
Oh my
back
God.
and forth. We've been going back and forth on whether or not we should clip it for
No.
the YouTube.
It does
And we
not-
have just decided
10
no.
minutes
There's
for
too
YouTube.
many bad.
We've tried.
No.
Nolan has done an edit of it. I've done an edit of it.
I've
and
done 3 edits of it.
Every time you watch it, you're just like, well,
Ah,
Did you get my Shark Tank bit where me and Trout were doing the Shark Tank bit at the
that
end?
was off camera.
it's not there.
But we just decided, look, we can't put this out on an open
world.
platform.
There is $8 that
people-
stand between all of us and poverty.
there's
holding
there's
the
$8
Spider-Man meme
between you and
it's
seeing.
racist memes
Tobey Maguire.
about the public schools. BMW is just holding
Chase, put that in there.
Tiny Guns 3 behind the scenes.
He's a hero.
He's just a boy. No, he's a hero.
I can't imagine the negative PR they could just run wildfire.
Tony
All you'd have to-
Gonzalez did it real hard.
I know. I think about it constantly.
But even so, I mean, to you guys' credit, y'all do a great job staying in front of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, really, honestly, that's one of the biggest things that I've learned from this crew. At Corridor, we weren't as in hot of a zone as we are right now.
Yeah.
With this crew, but that's the one thing I've learned is just, man, if something, you just got to stay ahead of stuff and make
Yeah.
sure that people understand where you're coming from and why.
Well,
that's it.
It's also Go for it.
No, go ahead. Sir.
I was just going to say, it's kind of, we're in an interesting place in the internet zeitgeist where everybody wants to tear everybody down.
Yeah.
It's no longer like in the beginning stages of the internet. I felt like it was kind of like, people were like, oh, I love those guys. Now it's like, I love those guys. How can I ruin them?
Yeah.
Let me find something to destroy them. And it's no longer like, you can't take a joke anymore. Everything's taken out of context. It kind of floats into that world of like, I like oranges. And then somebody posts, so you hate pineapples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
You can make a name for yourself off of negativity. Somehow social media just became a negativity
sells.
machine.
Yeah. It's the drama machine. Yeah.
I think it's the thing where like we live off a gotcha. Everyone
true.
wants to be like, I did it. I called it.
Yeah, I was the
But
one.
half the things are like they're not real gotchas. Everyone's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, Hawk Tua did a pump and dump. Yeah,
Yeah.
she did. The
Who
girl that
didn't
got
see
you
that coming?
Shocked by that?
No.
I don't understand.
If you
Who
gave her-
invested in Hawk Tua's Bitcoin?
You lost your right to vote for like 4 years, dude. You don't get to vote if you gave a girl who got famous off a sucking joke
not
money.
Also,
She was just
who was
outside of a
endorsed
bar.
by the Paul brothers, who have done this like 3 other
No
times.
shit.
Yeah, CoffeeZilla's broken that down, right? Didn't he do that?
Dude, like
Yeah,
multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. Well, these people promised me they wouldn't steal my money. No one promises you to steal your money. Like, it's just like, whatever.
If they have to, it's like the. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like,
Yeah.
So you were dishonest this whole time?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. F you.
Yeah.
It feels like you're gonna f me.
Were you f me
Feels
this
like you're
whole
gonna
time?
fuck
or-
me.
Oh, my God. I just realized something, too, because of the Tiny Guns thing. Nick got hurt there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my
twisted his
God.
ankle.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we where's his guardian angel? Is that thing drunk or
I
what?
don't know.
Because
It's only on 4 hours of sleep.
it
Yeah.
probably is
what it
also
is.
only on 4 hours. Of
He's
sleep.
just, it's tired.
There's a direct correlation
I'm
between...
tired,
Great.
boss.
I'm tired, Grandpa. I don't want to do this anymore, Grandpa.
That's
Someone
too
needs,
damn bad.
someone needs to do a graph of like Nick injury, like content creation. Like it just keeps
spikes.
happening.
Is
Yeah,
he
yeah.
more successful after an injury or
Yes,
less
that's
the
successful?
rumor.
Yeah,
More
according to
successful?
him.
Yeah.
All right,
According
well,
to
we'll
him.
show up and we'll knock him with some baseball bats and we'll see
Yeah.
like what happens.
So continue, please.
The Micah story was that
Yeah.
we talked about like he got rid of all of his gun shirts and he bought like one of every color of Carhartt,
Oh yeah.
like a short sleeve and a long sleeve. And I was like,
He gave me one of his gun shirts.
nice.
He pawned one off on me. He said we were all dirty after a range day or something, and I was over at the Airbnb, and well, he was nice enough to lend me a pair of socks and a gun shirt.
Nice.
And but now I'm thinking that he was intentionally giving
God,
me
I
it.
don't-
Well, no, he was just talking about how like he's like I have a bunch of gun shirts. He's like I can't just wear gun shirts at work. He was talking about like being a dad and stuff,
Right.
you know. Because that's the other thing I always tell people too. Like when I'm not here, like I'm a normal person. You know, I can't be like well normal-ish. Like everyone else I know has like normal lives. Like they like go to work. They don't talk about bestiality. Like yeah. Well, I don't know what Chase does
Bestiality
off time, but yeah. He's got his shoes off and he's got a grin about him, dude. Yeah, look at you.
You know it.
Yeah, you LA weirdo.
Drama is big butt goats. Pays.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get back to this. So
ahead.
you start off, you go through.
Yeah, I
you
forgot
get
to-
an MBA.
Yeah,
I
I
asked
did
you
the
about-
MBA. Yeah, I did the MBA and like I worked in healthcare and it was okay, but I'm an outside dog. And this is like 2016 to 2020. This was back before people were accepting of tattoos and stuff like that. Like it was not. I mean, and I didn't come in there with like an ear necklace. I literally asked my wife to like find me normal clothes, and she built me like 5 suits, literally 5 suit outfits. Like
Your wife sounds like a saint.
yeah, well, I mean, like, yes, she is. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me. And
But you've also been married to her for 18 years.
18 years coming up in July. Yeah. But like, yeah, I mean, she's done time and grade, dude.
Yeah.
She's earned everything.
She's got a tenure.
Like when she's like, let's go to Disney 3 times this year. I'm like, sounds great. You look so pretty.
I love you.
I love you. You're so pretty.
I'm gonna get diarrhea right before that. I don't.
No, but
Nah, Disney on a little.
But like people would be like, are you a veteran? Which is like, okay, do you know people that have themselves? Have you killed people? These are like questions like normal people would ask me. And so that got kind of to be too much.
Normal questions.
Yeah, it happened a lot, like jarringly.
It's like the number one thing.
And so
it's the most annoying
People
like
ask
trait
you
of being
to
a
kill
veteran.
somebody.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, they get to know you for like 10 minutes at a
Yeah.
bar, and then they do the like. Have you killed anybody?
Dude, I would even hide my tattoo. Like I would roll my sleeves down because I didn't want people to talk to me
I'm not gonna
about
make
it.
that joke. I don't have to
Well,
write.
You can say whatever you want, dude. This is America. I love this country.
It's your show.
he literally fought for this.
Yeah. But So I did that, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. Healthcare's whatever. And COVID happened, and I got to spend 90 days consecutively with my family, and it was like the best thing that I could have asked for. Like, we made forts downstairs and stuff, and like, we watched movies, we hung out, we worked out, and I was like,
can you talk about how many kids you have?
I have two daughters. Yeah.
Okay.
They're both in high school now, but like they were not there 5 years ago.
Well, that's one thing that I realized when you and I started hanging out is we're about the same age.
Yeah. I'm 37.
You had kids early.
Oh yeah.
Relatively early, and now your kids, you're going through all the late parenting stuff, and now I look to you.
Oh, brother, look somewhere else. Do not follow me, for I am blind.
Wait, how old are your kids?
They're in high school. I'll say that. Yeah.
Okay.
They're in high school. One's driving, so like
One's
driving, one's not, and that's a whole different level of risk. But
Mine's
like
getting close to the driving, and it's.
I mean, it's a whole thing, but like you can't like nerf them. You have to.
You gotta let them fly.
You gotta let them fly. If you're a good parent, your goal is to get them to a level where they can fly, which sucks because then they're gonna leave. Counteract that. My plan is just to like buy property and give them homes so that they'll have to live next to me.
No, you stay here. Don't worry about it.
Look at that. All you gotta do is let me see my grandkids and stuff, and you get a house. Isn't that cool? I bet Dad's donkey story's kind of worth it now, wasn't it?
You're no longer embarrassed.
Yeah.
You show up.
Brother, they call me Papaw, and that's it. I'm out. Like
every Thanksgiving, donkey story time.
Gather around.
Gather around.
It's always
like
the
the night
youngest.
before Christmas.
Yeah.
The youngest boy grandson is always super excited.
Yeah.
He's like this.
This is my favorite story.
It was 2004 Afghanistan, and all through the house.
Yeah. Eddie.
You can hear a man moan.
Yeah. It was
Not even a mouse.
but the the Veteran with a Sign idea came up because like I'd done like creative stuff before, and I've had a few like articles I wrote in the Huffington Post, Fox News,
That's a big deal. You wrote articles for Huffington Post?
and the New York Times. I have like 4 or 5 articles in the New York Times. It's okay. It's the biggest publication in the world. How many do you have in it? My friend Austin probably has a few of them.
I wrote an article once.
See, I let him burn
was
me on the
for-
HuffPost thing because I knew I was getting ready to beat his brakes off.
It was for a newspaper in Baltimore.
A
which is
Baltimore
like a much
newspaper?
bigger deal.
Well,
Well, they gotta have something to do fentanyl off of, right? You know what I mean?
I wrote that article, and then I talked to the senior editor, and she said, "I don't think that it's really time yet." And there was like the nicest,
Really?
like, "Yeah, you don't get to write any of these anymore."
Yeah. No, it's just a buddy of mine worked there, and the secret to any of that shit is just submitting it. Like they need ideas.
Yeah.
I just submitted it, and they're like, "Cool, we'll print it." And I was like, "All right."
Gangster.
But I had this like creative itch I had to scratch, and I was just kind of like,
Did you feel that bubble up when you started spending that time at home, or did you feel that before?
I saw that, and everyone was online a lot more, but like I noticed that like I was isolated more than ever, even though I was with my family, but like there was still just me.
Yeah.
And then like me and my friends are talking, but we're still like not communicating. And at that point, veterans were kind of at their worst. I'm just gonna say it. The 2020 veterans, they all suck.
2025, way better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like it was all like, "What's up, losers?" Like, watch. This is how a veteran cooks steak, and like puts a steak and dumps, whiskey on it. It's like, and here's bullets, and it's like,
The vet bro life.
Yeah.
The vet bro life like hit a crescendo, and it was like, I don't even like this anymore.
It was the highest level of it, and then like so. It's like the thing, one guy does it, and then someone does like a version of it, and so it had been so bastardized by that point that like
Post-culture, yeah.
I was literally like suppressing that I was in the military by that point.
Yeah.
I just didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't want people to like, because the connotations that came with it were so fucking jarring.
Yep.
And I'd seen the way people acted in corporate America at a healthcare company, so I can't imagine what it's like for other people. So I was just trying to downplay all of it.
Yeah.
But I had seen like a few things online where people were like making pages and stuff. And then I was like, okay, well, veterans are like homeless. I started playing with the concept of homeless veterans, as one does. It's a premise,
Right.
And
It's a working concept.
Yeah. They're homeless. No, no, I was just
Cardboard.
It's an idea, really.
a dream.
I feel like we're dancing around the title of this video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I was just like, I don't know, like, what if I like wrote something And I just like held it up, but because like the internet's so like it's drive-by culture because you're just scrolling.
It's bumper sticker.
I want it to be clear. Like I want it to like people to understand it, and there not be a lot of room for interpretation.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what if I just like held up a cardboard sign, and then I was like, okay, how would that guy look? Well, excuse me, the Marine Corps, the undershirt it's a green OD green skivvy shirt, and when I got out, I had like.
He had a few of those.
I had like 20 of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I still want to go to the gym. And I was like, okay, that's my new gym shirt. Black shorts, gym shirt, boom. And like every year I hold them up, and if I can see through them, I throw them away and I buy 3 more. Like this is also before athleisure and like good gym clothes. They're just like random gym clothes. And so I was like, okay, well, that guy would probably wear that shirt a lot. Like he would wear that. And then I like, well, I wear hats. Well, he'd probably wear a backwards hat, and he'd probably have sunglasses. And then how would he talk? Oh, he would refer to himself as warfighter, and he would use like language like battle. What's up, battle?
What's up, Battle?
What's up, battle?
What's up, Battle?
Hey, good to go.
What's good, Battle?
Hey, yeah, you good to go?
He's breaking into
I
Kingsley
hate that
territory.
Yeah,
so much.
Am I breaking into his, or is he breaking into mine? Hey.
To be fair,
I
he was here
crawled,
first. He's gonna text you that,
I
dude.
crawled, walked so King Pix could run. Yeah.
I laid the
Check
ground
the
for my
timestamp.
boy.
March 2020 is when the Dev went down to Georgia, dude. But like I was just like, okay, well, like, because you know when you're creating something, you're like, that's the lens through which I view the world. Like the warfighter views the world through this lens. I was like, all right, that's who he is. That's what he does. What does he talk about? I don't know. But like it's always like kind of like semi. It's this balance between in community conversation, outside community conversation, right? So it's like, if you know, I hate to say that, but if you know, but like also maybe you learn something. And then also maybe you laugh. There's a little bit of nostalgia and just like a little bit of whatever. And I was like, cool, we're rocking and rolling. And so I was, at that time, the young lady used to cut my hair. I was like talking to her about it. I was like, I got this idea. And she's like, well, it sounds like a really good idea. And I was like, all right. And I had some like cardboard in the back. And
Dude, hairdresser bouncing your ideas off the
Seriously.
hairdresser.
Well, that's the
Lovely young lady.
that's the litmus test on the everyday American.
That's right.
yeah, she's great.
Talks to everybody.
Yeah, she would still cut my hair now, but she moved to a different place. And so like, I was like, I have this idea. And I was like, the first sign was drink water, take Motrin, and change your socks. And then the caption was COVID remedy, which would have worked. And
Yeah. Yeah, that's annoyingly true.
Just saying.
And so I held it up on the side of the road, and I took the photo and uploaded it. And then when I came home, my wife goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "I don't know."
I'm gonna be a star, babe.
I don't know.
Zacharias, what have you done?
Dude, I can't believe you know that that's what she calls me. Can we cut that, Chase? Can we cut that? No, when she does use all 3 of my names, I'm like, I'm so fucked.
Oh, dude, when the middle name comes out.
Oh my God. I'll just go mow the yard and be like, the shingles. And I just like walk
Gotta
outside.
re-roof the house.
Russell Simpson cutting grass.
Yeah, cutting grass, baby.
That's when you play the vet card and you're like, "Oh, I have bad ears. I couldn't hear you, babe. My bad."
Sorry, I was thinking about the time our daughter was born and I killed 3 men that day. What were you saying?
Well, you did hit on, from an outside perspective, you hit on a zeitgeist with that character. Because I remember the first couple that I saw, I didn't know who you were, but I got served those just because.
Really?
Yo, yeah.
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 And I remember looking at it and being like, what's this guy got to say? Because
No shit.
it's immediately you playing on the homeless veteran thing, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's also intelligent and sophisticated. There's a level of that to it that you don't see at the first glance, but then you catches your eye, you click on it, and you're like, why would representative veterans say this thing?
Yeah.
Right? And then that cues you in
Yeah.
on what the perspective is.
Also, not
That's
to
really smart
not
that
to
way.
blow your horn too much here, but like that, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Pose.
That pose, right? It strikes like a. What is he saying?
Yeah.
What's on that? Why is he holding that sign?
Guys,
Interesting.
I had no idea that there was that much. I legitimately thought that your stuff started because you were a warfighter bro.
No.
You like went out one day and like held a sign like in traffic and was like, I'm gonna tell people about shit.
I wish. That would sound way cooler, I think. No,
I like
no.
this version.
Well, because
the
like
fact that you put this much thought into it.
I really like storytelling. I really like storytelling. Like my favorite book is Kitchen Confidential.
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday.
It's one of the greatest.
Yeah.
He's one. Anthony Bourdain was one of the greatest storytellers of all time. Hard stop. Like the way he's able to put words together, the way he's able to communicate. Like it's the what is it called? I think it's the show don't tell method. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows what that is?
Yeah.
Because everyone doesn't know, it's like if you're describing a room, like the room is big, but you would also, if you're going to, that's like you tell them, but if you're like show them, you like build it, be like, the room is big, there's this stuff hanging on the walls, the on air, and the horns, like you terraform it in their mind. And
That's
so
a little Dostoevsky. Have
Yeah.
you ever read Dostoevsky?
No, I haven't.
That's what he does. He's a
also
master. Tolkien too. He's a master of setting the scene in which the characters are sitting.
Yeah.
He doesn't just give you what the characters say. He
Yeah.
gives you all the information about the nuance of what's happening visually, and then he tells you what the drama is.
Tell you the
It's really
smell in
brilliant.
the room.
Yeah.
Well, that's the stuff that like brings you into something, and so like I was like, internet's like potato chips, but like here's the hard facts. Like most people don't like veterans, and I understand why they feel that. It's after 20 years they're just kind of wrung out, right? And I shouldn't say they don't like veterans. They don't understand veterans, or like the cost of war or how it changes different things about you as a person generationally. And so like when you have like the vet bro, like that's not something you're going to root for.
Yeah.
But if my idea was like if I could make a soft landing for these two worlds to merge, then maybe we can come together and learn more about each other. Because like, dude, I was just 18. I just went to war. I was just trying to figure shit out on my own, and I didn't really unpack a lot of that stuff until 2016. I'm still doing it today, because prior to that, I had a mission. I didn't want to be on night shift anymore. I got off night shift. Now, you know, I want to do these things. I want to get a bachelor's. I want to get a master's. And I ran out of missions. And I was like, oh no, I'm still f***ed up. So like, those are the things that I had to work on.
Oh no, life got quiet and it's scary and
no.
awful.
So,
I guess everyone doesn't scream in their sleep,
so
you know?
it's two questions. Since you started kind of this journey of improvement since you're low.
Yeah.
Two things. When did you feel like you had sort of found true success on the social media side? And then also, was there a direct was there a direct course of like self-improvement that happened at the same time?
Yes and yes. So the first thing was, the first like 90 days were rough. March, April, May, yeah. 90 days were rough. Like a lot of guys were obsessed with my bad tattoos and being like, this guy wears the same thing every day. And I'm like, you don't get art, you monsters. Like,
You monsters don't understand me.
I know. This is like
creative process.
This is like 20 posts in, like, this guy wears the same thing every day. And so
That's me, because I was like, why is this guy on the side of the street with this?
Yeah.
And it's like, I like this. And then
And
I
it's
was
just
like,
this right here.
Yeah, just flying over them. And so I was watching a lot of stuff on the news, and I don't have notifications on my phone except for my cell phone and my text messages.
Good call.
It's something I learned in business school. It's called like inbox zero method. And so I've always done that. But
With your master's degree?
in business administration.
Right.
I administer the business.
Right.
Yeah. I'm one who administrates. Yeah. It's so fake.
He doesn't do the business, he administers.
Welcome to Man vs. Morning with administrator, masters in business
with administrative results.
Thank you
Finally.
for coming on here,
Yeah.
administrative results.
Yeah. No, so there was Captain Crozier. I'm trying to tell the story real quick. The Navy had responded to all of the COVID stuff in New York. Captain Crozier brought his vessel over there, and he tried to get help from the Navy and had sent in like all the forms.
yeah,
It was
that was
like
crazy.
It was like, hey, my whole ship is
I don't know
sick.
this story.
Yeah, it's very real. So his whole ship was sick with kids. Like, I need support. Help with these kids. And they go,
Was it a
they're not
aircraft
sick.
carrier?
Yeah. It was the big I can't remember exactly what it was, but yes.
But they
So,
had COVID and the entire
Captain
ship
of
was
a
sick.
ship. in
It's
the
a base. It's literally like a
Admiral-
base.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brings a naval ship.
A naval ship to support like the emergency response in New York in particular for COVID.
What ship was it? Like what class of ship?
Jamie, look that up.
It was big, whatever it was. It wasn't like a little destroyer. It was big.
It was big. It was a very big vessel because like they were doing a bunch of
Ship?
yeah. There were a few of them, but I can't remember exactly if his was or wasn't. But he had asked the Navy for more support, more assistance, and they go, no. And he asked them again, and they said no again. He asked them again, they said no again.
Why?
Because they were suppressing how bad COVID was.
And it had just run wildfire through
Yeah.
the ship. So
It's crazy.
we didn't know.
One sick person in a contained steel boat that
Yeah.
floats. I don't understand that. It floats, and then it was trapped with hundreds of other people, got them sick too.
The original feeling, like in the
That is
vet
dry.
world, was
Yeah.
like, so like these guys got sick on this boat.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna leave them in the water.
Yeah.
And like
This
let
must
them
have
die.
been pre.
It was like early,
pandemic.
like it was like
Because-
early 2020, late.
So,
19
I only
Because
know-
if that would have happened in like June,
No, it was
they
April
would
to
have
May.
said, "Look at what happened to
look
the
at how
Navy.
awful
Look
this
how
is."
vulnerable they were."
No, it was like
We
we're
are.
gonna bury this story and we're gonna let all these soldiers die at
Yeah.
water. We're not gonna treat them. We're gonna
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
them out of here. We're not letting them anywhere near the city. Like no.
Because you heard rumblings, but no one really talked
Yeah.
about it. Well, Captain Crozier leaked all the documents
Yeah.
to CBS.
It was like a big deal. Like
Yeah.
everyone in the vet community was like that guy. Like he just wrecked
Yeah.
his career, but like that dude's a hero.
And the cool part was of seeing it is when he gets relieved of command. His whole ship is going, Captain Crozier. And the whole f***ing deck is vibrating as
Yeah.
he's leaving his vessel. The entire ship
I've
is
seen
like-
that.
Yeah, it's. I'm actually getting goosebumps thinking about it. And so I asked Kirsty, I was like, hey, can you take a photo of me? Like, I have an idea. And I just held up a sign like in the entry of my old home or my other house, my old home.
Yeah.
And it just says, bring back Captain Crozier. And that was whatever, if there's 31 days or not in April. And then May 1st, I didn't look at my phone for like a day. And May 1st, I opened up my phone and I just like looked at it and I was like,
So that's when you felt like you had actually made an impact.
It was an aircraft carrier. It was
Yeah.
the Theodore Roosevelt aircraft carrier.
yeah.
Jiminy Christmas.
So he had like
Yeah.
a floating base.
Yeah, so it's a base. It's a very big deal to get relieved of it. And, I kind of pushed myself out there and I was nervous as guys just like making dumb jokes. And then like the response was like off the charts. And it really like kicked a whole bunch of other stuff, activated like older posts. And then every time I would refresh my phone, it just kept saying 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. And I was like, God damn. And then like it was, the guy who was talking about my body oddly was like, I've always been here. This guy's the best. Like I was like, the guy sucks. But
I've been here since day one.
yeah, but like I got that stuff in line, and then I felt like this, like, okay, well, I've got something, like, how can I be a better advocate for my community? And so I started looking into other nonprofits and stuff that I worked with prior in the nonprofit world.
Yeah.
And but like I just wasn't like all the way there. And so that was when I started looking into help for myself, because like for a while it was like, what am I gonna do? Now I know what I'm gonna do.
Now I got to be good at it.
Now I'm sad again. I don't know. And so that was when I did a psychedelic retreat through the mission within, and I did Ibogaine and DMT down in Mexico.
Hell yeah.
And this was actually when like you couldn't go on podcast or build your personality around it. You had to actually
Keep it under wraps.
keep it under wraps. Couldn't talk about anybody about doing it. I went down
taboo.
with Derek Carver.
Yeah.
That's who I went with.
Okay.
Yeah, and so him and a few other people, he wouldn't mind me saying that. That's the only reason I said it. But we go down there and you do Ibogaine, which is like a detoxing, like cleansing drug.
Yeah.
And Derek's a big single leg amputee, world champion powerlifter after he got blown up. So, and he will like this. Don't get upset, world. You know the Thumb Thumbs from Spy Kids?
Yeah.
He looks like a 4-digit version, right? He's literally just like a. And so he's
If you follow him on Instagram, he posts the
Yeah.
funniest, most random
Yeah.
collections of shorts.
all over the place.
Yeah,
all over the place.
It's a true. It's chef's kiss stuff.
He's great.
Yeah.
But so we take the Ibogaine and he's like over here, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I don't need this anymore." And he takes off his leg, and I was like, "Oh." I was like,
Oh, we're going.
Yeah, we're going deep. And so you do that, and you have the experience, which was a life-changing moment for me. And then, the next day we did DMT, and that was, kind of like the place where I came back to. And after that, everything's been wild.
So, what was it about that helped you set a foundation for success later?
For the longest time, I wasn't sure what it was about me that was off. And I used to blame other things. I would blame alcohol. I would blame my work-life balance. I would blame whatever. And that wasn't it. I just didn't like who I was. I didn't like me. And so I had become so consumed with this idea of like, if I focus on success, that'll get me the ability to spend more time with my family and see, have more things, whatever. This will achieve happiness. But the very moment that I shifted my focus from that to my family, I found a higher level of success, a higher level of happiness, a higher level of fulfillment. And that has like bled into a point of my life to where like it's changed everything to a point where I can casually have the craziest Wednesday and then come here to talk about it. Like this is we're stealing. We are cheating life. And nobody
like that every
except
day,
Chase.
man.
No one gets to live like this. And I feel, and I know y'all know it, but like when I'm around normals, like civilians are like, what is it you do? And I'm like, I literally just f*** off with my friends. And then people pay me and they're like, tell us more, brother.
Brother, how?
Brother, how?
Brother, how?
Do you have any bestiality stories, my son? Actually,
look at that.
Do you have any stories? Do you have any stories of war or trauma that you can monopolize on?
You intentionally, from the beginning, like going into the military, like one of the things I try to explain to people about like why I went into the military is like I was looking for something different from the start, and you were looking for something different all along. Like I didn't want to be in the 9-to-5 grind. Like I listened to Pink Floyd once and was like, yeah, no, I'm not a brick in the wall. I'm doing something different than that. Like
I don't really talk about this much because it's just whatever. But like I come from like a real lower class poverty background where like, there's not a real like no one tells you like what to do because they don't know what to do.
What's
like,
West Tennessee?
Well, poverty is not. No one is in the words. No one cares about poor whites. Theo Vaughn, and that's just a hard fact.
It's true. I come from Appalachia, baby.
Like an example I often think of is Miss Penny Baker, the one teacher I have that I remember who taught me how to write cursive. She came up to me one day, put her hand on my shoulder. She goes, I need you to know that you're no longer going to have meals at school. And you need to make plans and talk to your mother. I was like, okay, thank you. Thank you, Miss Penny Baker. And then she didn't talk to anybody else in class. I was like, oh shit, I'm poor. like she was telling us about the before school meal, after school meal, and the meal program because that's what I've known my social security number since I was 5. Like,
wow,
typing it in. And so like poverty is unescapable. It feels unescapable at some point. And so, I just wanted to break that cycle. And, I have an uncle who came from the same background I did, was, he was in the first Gulf War. He's now like the head of trauma at a hospital. My other cousin joined the Marines as well. We all joined the Marines and changed his life. So there was like, that was the only thing that I knew in a lot of ways. To like get outside of like working on cars the rest of my life, which I can fix anything on wheels. Like it's in my DNA.
Yeah.
But I also remember my Papa John like rubbing his hands every morning because if he didn't rub his hands every morning, he couldn't work.
Yeah.
And like he was not old. He was not old at that point in his life. He was like 45 to 55, but he had to do that to just get that out or he couldn't make a living.
Right.
And those are things to think about. So like when I look at life now, it's really just a blessing. And so all that has moved to a place where like, okay, I have this thing, I have this platform, and I hate to talk like this, but like I just think about like what can I do with it? And so like natural extensions started developing out of it. And like one of them is the podcast I do. It's the After Action podcast. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify, whatever. You can find it on the Veteran with the Sign YouTube there. But like the first interview I ever did was with Michael Colazzo, one of the Nashville cops who stopped the school shooting.
Yeah.
And y'all should talk to him.
Was he LPVO?
No, that's Rex.
I got to meet him at the Nashville.
Yeah, you met him. Yeah, we did the standing ovation for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's salt of the earth.
Dude, he is. Let me tell you, just for folks who don't know, little anecdote. He doesn't tell me who he is.
Yeah.
I just go, he's in the group.
Yeah.
I go, hey, what's up? Colazzo. Oh, okay. Hey, Colazzo.
Yeah.
He goes, if you guys need anything, let me know. We're short on hands. We're doing the VIP thing.
Yeah.
I need somebody to hand out posters.
Yeah.
And he's standing there, and I just go, this guy seems like he could...
Seems confident.
Seems confident.
Yeah.
Seems like he can hand out posters.
Yeah.
I go, hey, buddy, can you hand these out?
Yeah.
I have no idea who he is or what he does for a living, anything, right? And then he's just
national hero.
Yeah, he just goes, sure.
Yeah.
Very nice, cordial.
Yeah.
Does it. 30 minutes, done. I go, hey, thank you so much. Done. And then we're in the middle of the show, and then Cody calls him out, I think, or maybe it was you.
So Cody called him out,
Yeah.
and he delivered White Claws, and a few people knew who he was. And then Nick does his intro.
Yeah.
And he's like, you guys want to hear a donkey story? And then I come out, because he had called over to Eli, but Eli didn't hear it because everyone was like, they're crazy shows.
Yeah.
Like, people were, a lot of feedback. Very excited audience. Very excited audience. And so I came out and I was like, all right, I'm going to put my boy on game.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll take a moment just to address,
Right.
Nashville hero Michael Colazzo. He's the one who stopped the school shooter in Nashville. Let's do a round of applause, and the place is humming.
Just
Woo, like a standing ovation.
Standing
You're
ovation.
like, oh, God.
Yeah, and I go,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be over here. If you guys need anything, I'll hand out posters.
Yeah. He just got the Medal of Valor, which is the highest level of award he can get in his profession. It's equivalent to the Medal of Honor. And Jake was like, how do you feel about posters?
I didn't know.
So he's pistol guy.
He's pistol guy.
Okay.
didn't
All right.
know. Yeah.
He's the one that finishes the fight.
Yeah, so he was,
all right.
I'll let him tell his story, obviously, but like there's
That was some savage shit.
like stuff that I found out, and I knew him for like a year prior to that, like because Cody and Brandon wanted to meet him, and they came in town, and then we just stayed in contact, and he was like, hey, I want to tell this story, and I was like, you can come on my podcast. I don't know, it's my first ever one, and I was like, I just wanted to like let him tell his story and not be like, was that hard? Like
so
Do you
tell
have
me,
nightmares?
Have you ever
Like-
killed anyone?
like it's just me trying. The only thing I felt like I did was I tried to like get him to like get out of cop talk.
Yeah.
because he fell into that a few times. Where I'm like, we're not,
knows what
we're
that
not,
means.
well, yeah, brother,
No,
we're
brother.
not sitting in front of some like a judicial committee.
You're
Like,
just a man, brother.
yeah. So, but he did it so well that like it's just incredible to see, because like he's such a just a great giving person, and like in a like an unspeakable moment he responded and didn't blink. Like he literally was the first person in the building. Like, so from where, and this is in the episode so I can say it, but like from where he was to the school was 15 minutes. From the time they got the call to Tango down, it was 13 minutes.
Right.
That's he destroyed his undercover car getting there.
Hell yeah.
Really?
But he made entry first, then consolidate, then they gather up and they move.
Yeah.
But like he was literally through the doorway first, and in an unspeakable moment, he had unimaginable bravery, and so those are the things where I'm like, I'm stealing. Like I'm literally stealing.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
These are the people that are in my life, and so like now what I do is I just try and be worthy of everything I've been given. You
You say that a lot. Yeah, I've seen you like make sure that you make that as a point to say, and I think that's really awesome.
Wait.
I don't think a lot of people do that, or I don't know. I see you do
appreciate
that. I
that.
think it means a lot. It means a lot to me when I yeah.
No, I really appreciate it, because like again, I really do feel like I'm stealing. Like I have like friends of mine will call me and they'll be like, "What'd you do today?" And I'm like, "I don't want to talk about it." "What'd you do today?" I'm like, "Well,
My good friend Post Malone.
I hung out with my good friend Post Malone backstage at his concert after he played a sold out show with Jelly Roll opening.
We were roping a bowl
We
together.
were opening a bowl together. He knows my name. And what'd you do today, buddy?
Yeah.
And he goes, I hate you. Like I don't know, because like I don't ever want to be disingenuous or feel like your normal will always change no matter what you do in life. But like I don't ever want it to be taken as like I feel like I deserve this and I don't. I'd much rather try to start at a place of like I will work to be worthy of this.
Yeah.
I will work to find a path to earn what I've been given.
Well, the cool thing, and I think maybe this is why you and Cody are friends, and I've seen this with you, and I've seen it with him, but you guys have this, I don't know, I guess call it like graciousness, where you can approach anybody, you can be in almost any room, and you can, take people that say are very powerful or very famous and connect that person with somebody on the other side of you that wasn't there before. And I think you guys are really, really good examples of that, and how to just be that way in the world. And I think, yeah, honestly, we could all use a little bit more of that.
No, for real.
You're gonna fuck me up. Yeah. Cody's one of the people I love most, just
Yeah.
because of like Cody does things, and you'll never even know he did them.
Right, he's
And
very
that's the
quiet.
nicest. That's the easiest way I can think to say it. And
Yeah.
It's the amount of hate he gets for like some of the videos he makes online, and you have no idea that he's like sending all that money to like the cop's family. You know?
yeah.
Like,
Well, and he'll never talk about
No.
it. Like, and it's just rare. Like, I'll tell a story about Cody. That's he came into Nashville. I can't remember what it was for. It was for the Unsub show, and I picked up him and Brandon, and we stopped at a gas station, and he saw a homeless person outside, and we're checking out, and then he grabbed some food, and he just walked right over there and gave him some food, and didn't make a deal out of it or anything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's my boy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, how truly blessed I am to have a moment in my life where I'm able to be surrounded by you guys, everyone, to where I'm just trying to figure it out. Because, like, again, I went to Disney 2 weeks in a row for a cheer, and like, you know, that's incredible. Like, that's what I wanted. You know, I'm a cheer dad. I'm always carrying bags. I have phone chargers, snacks. I once stood in line for 2 hours for pretzels for like the whole team.
Yeah.
And if you don't think I was like,
Man, I fucking hate this moment. Like,
I'm a goddamn war hero, you know?
there's nothing better than
I literally just put in my headphones, noise canceling. God bless whoever came up with that technology. And I just stood there and I was just listening to, you know, the All Father Joe. And not a friend yet, but bet your ass it will be. I find a target, I get him, dude. Like my good friend Shane Gillis, I met at the Comedy Mothership. And should I text him real quick? I'm sorry.
Will you send him a picture of me and tell him?
Not a fucking chance, dude.
Yeah, you ain't there.
Hey Shane, this is his mother.
Yeah.
This guy's no, dude. And like that's the stuff. Like, and you know, I also think about Tyler Vargas Andrews, you know, Whistling Death. He's missing
Hell
an
yeah,
arm.
man.
He's missing a leg. He testified in front of Congress. He called General Milley a bitch. Like that's
He went hard in Congress and then went home and got engaged. And I commented on his thing. I was like, this is the most incredible shit I've ever seen. You went to war a full man, came home a half man, and then rebuilt your life with a new woman. Like, it's beautiful. His whole story is beautiful.
And guess where? No, I can't say that. Never mind. Cut the guess where. I don't want to talk about that. That he's moving. I don't want to talk about where he's moving, but it's not here, so it's probably near me. So, no, he's
Not West Tennessee.
No. But like,
I've heard it's beautiful out there.
if you keep moving, yeah.
Don't stop.
But no, it's life is just like in a place where I'm just trying to figure it out. You know, like, you know, I've got my podcast. Me and this Nick came up to me and he goes, "Want to start a podcast?"
This electrical guy.
I didn't know at the time he was building his pepper box conglomerate, but
Empire.
he was like, "I'll have to squeeze it in between Fat Pews of, you know, my home makeover show, you know, Fat Pews. Wait, hang
Kind
on,
of consensual.
kind of consensual,
Habitually fat.
Fat
Files.
Fat Electrician, underwhelming podcast, the hottest podcast to hit the podcast world. Unsubscribe. Like, literally, thank God he's on our side. But like, I was just like, cool, we'll just do that. And like, he just comes over and I go to Iowa and we figure it out. And so it's you know, and everyone in Pepperbox has been really, really kind. And you know, it's all changed my life, because like, it was a slow build. And then, like, the VFW stuff, when they came after me, like, everyone at Unsub didn't blink.
Wild, man.
I think I wanted to talk about this.
Talk about
I didn't know if it was main
Dude,
show
I can
or
talk about
after
it. Yeah,
show.
fuck them. I don't give a shit. Yeah, they're the worst. Defund them. Like,
I agree.
like, raise your hand if the VFWs help you. No hands are up. Yeah.
Hey, do you struggle with alcohol but you need community?
Yeah.
The VFW will serve you alcohol and no community.
Yeah. Want to go to a place where you can hide how bad of a father you are? Join the VFW. Sorry.
Would you like 50 cents beers and 25 cent shots? The VFW. Like,
Wow, it seems like there's a universal hatred for this place.
at one point.
They used to be community centers where they were more open to like being like a place for advocacy, and you could actually hang out with your family. They would do like cookouts and different things
That's
like
how
that.
all bars
Now
start.
it's just
How all
In
bars start.
Southern California, the motorcycle clubs had that whole system on lockdown.
Yeah.
I mean,
Family friendly motorcycle clubs, I imagine.
No.
every one of their events was
Yeah.
Yeah,
was-
exactly.
yeah.
That's why the VFW.
okay.
Well, it's just
Where would you recruit people?
well, that's where.
Yeah,
I mean,
broken humans that don't know what to do with themselves with an alcohol
the black
problem.
and
That's where I
white
would
looking
recruit
for
people.
brotherhood.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could find a job for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
guys, you want to go watch Sons of Anarchy and build our personalities around it?
Hell yeah, brother.
No, that's
know what's-
bikers. That's bikers who care.
You want to know what's great about that? And I love this fact, and I hope someone rides a motorcycle is watching this. Your whole personality is based off Hamlet, you idiot. Like, that's the whole story.
We know that.
They don't know that. They
don't read.
They don't know that Hamlet is Jax and all this stuff. The ghost is the ghost of his father and mother. They don't know any of that. They're
Sir,
just
you're
like,
a learned man.
yeah. You've been to Notre Dame. You know?
Oh, are you gonna bag?
Huh?
I'll give you a bag.
He grew up coal mining in
Yeah.
the Swiss Alps.
Oh, Jake on the Alps?
Here we go.
Yeah.
You haven't seen this episode, have you?
No, I saw it. I just
He did his research.
I wasn't sure about what kind of snow diving we were talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this guy knows. A little staff sergeant. Here we go. There you are.
You got a little fired up for PT in the morning. I got to be there at 4 in the morning.
We got
I
all
gotta wait.
emotional. Now you
Okay.
bring out staff sergeant.
Yeah.
So let's get into the VFW thing for a little bit.
Okay, so
Because not everybody knows this.
so anyone who doesn't know, the Veterans of Foreign War is a veterans organization, and they say their mission statement says they're supposed to be like advocacy and different stuff for veterans, while also helping them file their VA claims. The VA claim system is really hard to navigate. It's hard to understand. I don't know if it's by design, but it feels that
It's
way.
by design.
They are the main thing they're trying to do right now is they are trying to eliminate for-profit options for people to be able to choose who helps you with your veterans benefits, right?
okay, so that's where the beef came from.
So the beef comes from.
Okay.
They're sponsoring a bill. They're trying to push it through and everything. And so they came to, I guess I can say this. They came to Leviathan, and they were like, "Who are some of your like creators and stuff?" Because one of the Leviathan creators was already doing stuff with them, and they're like, "We want to expand." And so they pitched it to me. They pitched it to Nick. They pitched it to Rich, and we all talked about it. And then I was like, "I don't want to do it." And we all said the same thing because their bill eliminates other options, except for like 3 of them. And currently there's a backlog, and there's not enough things to support even all the claims that are out there. And in my opinion, using the government to restrict capitalistic movement is communism.
I was just about to say, from someone on the outside,
Yeah.
putting a bill to say, you can't do that, but I can, that
Yeah.
seems a little,
Seems
No, it's
like
fine.
Seems like a federally endorsed monopoly.
that doesn't,
right.
that couldn't go wrong possibly ever.
Only works with utilities.
Yeah. So yeah.
PG&E.
So
Going Comcast.
dude.
Suck.
So I didn't do it, and there's another bill called there's the Guard Act, and then there's like the Plus Act.
It's incredible that you know any of this and the way you phrase it.
Yeah.
You're hyper intelligent for such a small human.
Thank you. I appreciate that. They're gonna appreciate that. And you're hyper intelligent for someone so racist. So you should see the stuff that's on the ground, the cutting room floor, as they say. A lot of film on this side.
You just cooked me that hard. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to get cooked one of these days. I didn't have to do it.
Yeah,
To be
dude.
fair, we cooked him last episode.
I was sitting around
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah. It's all right, dude. It's all right. You were a staff sergeant. That's not
I
you're
gotta
racist.
take a
Yeah.
15-minute break now.
Why don't you go have some orange slices, and I'll pick you up in 20 minutes. Anyways, back to how I'm a f***ing hero. So
Talk to me, battle.
good. Hey, you know what? I'll ship that. That's a good use of battle. That's a good use of
That
battle.
was a solid battle.
Yeah.
Do you want to switch couches?
Nah, dude, we're not switching couches. All right, dude. This is.
I was so excited about this episode, dude.
Yeah, Rich, dude. This better be the best episode. I love Rich. Rich is one of my favorite people.
Dude, I've been laughing so my eyes hurt, dude.
Yeah.
Can I throw this out here just before you get into this?
Uh-huh.
I want to, it's kind of adding on to like how you were saying, like not taking advantage and like,
yeah.
you feel like you're stealing. This group of individuals, and especially you, I love how it truly harkens back to kind of that like Marcus Aurelius, like, I'm just a man.
Yes.
And I'm just doing the best that I can. Mm-hmm. And it's beautiful. Like coming from you and this entire group of individuals, like Cody, the first time I met him, I was like, it was at the Creator Range event.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, hey man, I want to say thank you so much for like inviting me out here. And he immediately went, thank you so much for coming, man. And I was
Yeah.
like, I will protect you with everything that I have.
He's like so
It's
humble.
it's real, and I remember the first Creator Range day you showed up to. Man, I was peacocking, backflipping, looking so fucking hot out there.
People always go, will you do a backflip? I'm like,
yeah. You know, it's better than having to tell a donkey story.
I will give you that.
You see yours, and everyone's like, I'd f him. Everyone's like, what a pig, you know?
he was involved, wasn't he?
Dude.
Were you? You were like, that looks like a good time.
He had the belt fed trained up on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had
that's
the
for
belt
sure.
fit around my neck, dude. What are you talking about? No, back how the VFW tried to destroy my life. So this is literally like a year ago. And so they came, I supported this other bill it's the PLUS Act, and it says, hey, if you want to use an organization, that's fine. Here are some accredited organizations we believe in, right? So no one talks about the real issue. The problem is the government is so bad at its job that an entire multi-billion-dollar industry has developed, or $1 million industry, to solve this problem, right? So I don't believe in using the government to fix the problem that they've already created. I also don't want them to restrict choice, right? If you have X amount of dollars you want to pay to whoever to help you with this thing, like the company that sponsors me is called Remedical. They sponsor my podcast, right? And so you come to them and say, I need X, Y, and Z. And they say if they can help you or not. And then they give you, we can do this for X amount of dollars up front. They don't take back pay or any of that stuff. And they try to help you get the best benefit for you, right?
Yeah.
Because most benefits are kicked back because they're like, oh, my knees hurt, but they don't have x-rays. They send you to a doctor to get x-rays. Like literally, it's so
you check the
you got
boxes.
6 months for the x-ray.
You check the boxes.
But their argument is no, the VA doctor should be the only ones doing claims, and I don't endorse that either. It feels like you're playing with house money at that point, right?
Yeah.
It's like arguing with like in-house legal, like they're for the team, they're not for you.
Yep.
And so I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Did that. Nick did his. Me and Nick and Rich, we all were like PLUS Act. And then I get online one day, and there's this boomer,
I remember this whole shit.
guy. And I was at Disney too. I was at Disney. Of
course you were. Of course you were.
No, it's
Because I've made money off the blood of veterans. No.
So how's it
Because
like
I've got
having
four jobs, dude. That's why I was at Disney.
Yeah.
But like,
also, you got kids.
I've got kids, and I'm sorry, I'm a dad. But I was there, and there's this guy, and I remember the photo. He's like, ugh, and he's like trying to hold the photo. Couldn't pick a hot guy.
Right.
Couldn't pick a jacked, kind of like.
I could smell
Got
that
a
guy
thing
through the
about
photo.
him, and he's wearing the goofy hat, and he's like, "Veteran with the signs lying," or whatever the it said. And I was just like, well, this might be something. And then I looked, and it was like from the VFW account, retweeted a few times, and a few other things.
It was straight from VFW?
Yeah.
From the VFW, yeah. And
Oh, no.
And Christy was like, "What do we do?" And I was like, "Well,
I make a call.
I think we're gonna wait." And I remember I put out a tweet at one point. I just like quote tweeted it, and I was like, "Are you guys sure? Like,
Are you sure you want to do this?
sure?" And because my hope was that the things I'd done, been part of the community, would like shine through, and people would like know that I wouldn't lie. Also, I was betting on the fact that they were too dumb to know that they can't just lie about me publicly, as they did.
You got him to delete that post, right? Oh,
It's their most engaged post ever. I don't care. It's a trophy on the wall as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
And Rich called me, Nick, and then all the unsub guys came together, and Nick's wife made a meme actually, and it's
Lord of the Rings
yeah,
one.
the Lord of the Rings one. It's Helm's Deep, and it's like it's me and Brandon like down at the bottom, and then it's all of them coming with the Riders of Rohan. It's like Cody, Donut, it's like Donut, Brandon, everyone coming down.
hilarious.
And then we just went at it, and they like stuck to their guns, lied the whole time, made up stuff. A guy named Ryan Gallucci spearheaded the campaign in DC. He shouldn't be in charge of anything. And Rich made a video, and at one point I was talking to the president of the VFW.
Yeah.
And he was overseas on a trip, checking on the VFWs overseas, checking on the boys. It definitely didn't sound like a paid vacation to just go to Asia with his family that he took with him for work to go visit the 2 VFWs in that part of Asia. Totally makes sense. Totally good use of dollars.
Doesn't track.
I wouldn't look into it. But he's like, hey, I'm from New York and I'm a veteran. This guy, this angry cops guy, and this fat electrician dude. Actually, I didn't say fat electrician because whenever he talks to people, they don't know Nick. They get scared to call him fat.
Yeah.
And so
The
they're
electrician
like,
guy.
The electrician guy. They really gave us the business. And I was like, well, they just read stuff that you wrote. And he goes, yeah, I guess you could say that. And I go, what? I was like, y'all lied about me and we have proof. Yeah, he really gave us the business. Let's have peace. And this is like on a Wednesday. I'll call you back when I get back on a Friday. Well, Friday they had a new VFW president. I don't know if his time was up, but I know they had a new one, and that was it. And then it just kind of like slowly died because they stopped. I mean, they never really accepted fault or apologized. They just kept trying to find ways out of it.
Yeah.
And it felt great to win that shit fight.
Well, they were pushing that. They were pushing a bill.
They were pushing that bill,
They were
which
pushing
has
a
not been
bill.
able to pass in any state.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and that's the point.
Speak of the devil.
Look at that long hair.
Look at him. Oh my God.
It's like a lion.
This room just
We
got
got
pregnant.
both of the lions.
So that
me too. You're the little cub.
We're talking about the VFW and how Unsub killed the VFW.
Fuck yeah.
yeah, but that was honestly kind of the conclusion of that is that
Yeah.
that never actually became a bill.
Never became a bill.
And that's kind of the W out of it.
Yeah, and it's really educated people a lot. More importantly, I think the really coolest part of it is every single day I get a message about someone saying, the company, thank you for doing this. Remedical's helped me with my veteran benefits. Thank you for fighting for us. Like, I've only gotten boomer messages on Facebook of people who didn't know what they were saying or talking about.
They're not from our generation. They don't
I don't blame them. The VFW president,
they don't understand.
So at one point they were like copy and pasting text and comments to push out towards me. They don't even know. And then, like, the boomers are already destroying the world. I don't need to destroy their lives. They already whiffed on the opioid crisis, the housing crisis, the 20-year war. They're destroying Social Security. Like, it's not my job to stand on their head.
Track homes and strip malls.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah. You will own nothing and you will enjoy it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But yeah, it was great. And so it was like, I think it was the first official Unsub trophy mount. Then Tony Gonzalez, and now the Buffalo Public School System.
Tony Gonzalez.
Just racking
Yeah.
up them trophies, dog.
Yeah.
You guys just need to go after the entire school system, period.
Doesn't bother me.
All of it.
The Northeast. What'd you say? Mason-Dixon up? Good idea. I'm fine with it.
So do we have a little segment we want to do with Mr. Zach?
We
or
do.
Where do we
We
want to
do.
leave this off?
I kind of wanted to do mansplaining with you.
Mansplaining.
Because I feel like you're that down to earth kind of salt of the earth man.
We know what man's. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Hey, don't go mansplaining things to her.
Did you just try to mansplain me?
Mansplaining is kind of one of those deep life things that you've kind of messed up in life.
Okay.
Right? It's one of your worst decisions.
Okay.
Right? Not
How did you come back?
How'd
from
you
the
come
worst
back
decision?
from it?
Yeah.
right. It's like, hey, listen, young blood, this is what I did wrong.
Okay. Give me an example. A short example.
Joining the Marine Corps.
No? That worked out pretty well.
Dressing in all gray. No, but
Well, I'll give you an example. So say you're at a low,
Okay.
like we had talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You said the thing that got you to press forward was your children.
Yes.
Well, are there other avenues? You just got to go out and have a group of kids. Is that the solution, and then find your hope there, or what exactly do you got to do?
You've got, well, in my opinion, if you want to really find happiness, or you've got to chase your dreams with reckless abandon,
Yeah.
as if it's sand that's escaping from you, and then only then can you find fulfillment.
So
But-
it's him and Nick that have had
That's
the most
good.
prophetic,
Yeah, that's really
wonderful
good.
statements on the show. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
far.
that tattooed on my face.
Say that shit again.
You got to chase your dreams with reckless abandon. Like, everyone has this like theory, this idea that we'll live like deep into their hundreds. First off, well, actually, it'll be pretty cool. We're doing it. I'll still be pumping myself full of gear, but like,
He's 85. He's on that gear though.
dude, I mean, like, have you seen? You know what? RFK. Hot
RFK is
hot old
stacked,
dude,
bro.
People are like, he barely lifts
geared up?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He's also a Kennedy, so he's a total babe. So like,
That's true.
But like,
Okay.
I saw him like doing incline press, and someone's like, "That's only 135." I'm like, "My brother in Christ."
Have you done incline press?
He's looking at 70. Like, what are you doing? It's not even that much weight, and he's repping it in blue jeans like a total dad.
Dude, he's in blue jeans and boots.
Yeah.
It's just like
Savage.
hard as nails,
Yeah.
dude.
And then I'm like, I guess sexuality is on us, bro. I don't know, dude. I'm not saying I'm gay, but like,
I mean, he doesn't talk
Whoa.
much, so I'd take that shit down. He'd be pretty quiet.
yeah, he would be cool.
Yeah, he wouldn't give you a lot of shit afterwards.
Tackett,
That's in the sizzle reel for
get the
sure.
red dye 40 for me, Tackett. Yeah.
Get the lube. It's gross.
No, it's not.
Well, that's awesome.
I don't like
No,
that
that's a
transition.
That's a perfect antidote. I think
Yeah.
that we can end on. Not the RFK thing. The thing about your dreams.
Not one of the hosts talking about banging out the Secretary of Health, whatever the.
Knock down RFK.
I didn't know. All I said was
you would.
all I said was I understood
He would knock
sexuality
you
being
down.
on a spectrum.
He would put you on the floor.
No, he wouldn't, did I?
He'd be like, he'd get you by the back of the neck, and you'd be like, yes, Dad.
All right.
No,
And on that note, chase your dreams with reckless abandon like they're escaping from sand.
like sand slipping through your fingers.
Thank you, Zach, for being here. Thank you for joining us on Man vs. Morning. And if you'd like to catch us in the after show, head on over to pepperbox.tv. You can start a 14-day free trial with the link in the description below. We hope you have a fantastic day. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.
Wow. We're glad you came.